CyberTouch Research BTCDetect software. How to load your interactive broker's account with Bitcoin using exchanges, P2P, and stablecoins. Loading interactive brokers with Bitcoin direct to Bitcoin deposit unavailable. IB does not accept BTC. Convert BTC to USDC. Use exchange or wallet. Send USDC to IB via zero hash special address. Zero hash converts USDC to USD. IB account funded dollars deposited into IB account. In this detailed article, you'll learn how to make any online purchases using a cold wallet and Bitcoin cryptocurrency through the BTCDetect.com service. CyberTouch Research BTCDetect software. What exactly does IB allow with crypto? Interactive Brokers is consistently moving towards crypto infrastructure, but at the same time strictly controls risks. For spot crypto trading, IB is integrated with Paxos and Zero Hash and allows trading of BTC, ETH, and a range of other coins, SOL, ADA, XRP, Doge, etc. Paxos Zero Hash crypto trading fees range from 0.12% to 0.18% of the trade volume, with a minimum of $1.75 and no hidden markups on the spread. In 2025-2026, IB began accepting deposits of the USDC stablecoin, later RLUSD and PYUSD, for eligible clients of Interactive Brokers LLC, with automatic conversion to US dollars upon deposit. Key point: IB does not accept naked Bitcoin as a deposit. It officially works with stablecoins, which are immediately converted into USD in the brokerage account. Conceptually, the scheme looks like this. 1. You convert BTC to USDC or another IB-supported stablecoin on the exchange wallet. 2. Send USDC to a special address for replenishing the IB account via Zero Hash. 3. Zero Hash converts USDC to USD, and dollars are deposited into your IB account. Essentially, you pay your brokerage account with Bitcoin, but through an intermediate step with a stablecoin, because the IB itself does not directly accept BTC. CyberTouch Research BTCDetect software official deposit via USDC stablecoin 1. Conditions and restrictions. According to IB and materials on the launch of stablecoin deposits, supported deposit currency, USDC, RLUSD, and PYUSD will be added later. Other tokens are not accepted. Infrastructure provider, Zero Hash, which converts stablecoins to USD and transfers them to your brokerage account. Limits: approximately a minimum of 10 USD and a maximum of 25,000 USD per transaction and per day, with a monthly limit of approximately 100,000 USD. Specific figures may vary and depend on jurisdiction and client status. Speed: funds usually take anywhere from a few minutes to tens of minutes to be credited, depending on online confirmations. Commissions: IB does not charge a fee for incoming stablecoin deposits. You pay a gas fee to the network, for example, Ethereum, Arbitrum, Polygon, etc. Zero Hash charges 0.30% for USDC to USD conversion, minimum 1 USD. 2. Step-by-step instructions in the IB interface. Example of IB descriptions and materials on the new funding method. 1. Log in to Client Portal Account Management. 2. Go to Transfer and Pay, Transfer Funds. 3. Among the deposit methods, select Stablecoin Funding. The name may differ slightly. 4. Please specify Stablecoin, USDC, Blockchain, for example, Ethereum, another one, according to the list in the interface. 5. The system will generate for you.
Personal account, we will need an activation key. Let's get started. Now we need to specify the activation code for the program. The activation key is specified in this field. We copy the activation key, then we click Paste. and we press the activation button. And this way we are provided with Advanced Plan, 11 processes, and then we move to the folder. By pressing the blockchain button, we start Foldbit, and the launch is happening. Exactly the same as BTCDetect software. So now to get a leak through external channels via the Foldbit blockchain, we just press the button to find the Bitcoin address. It's all simple from there. The software connects to the blockchain, scanning is in progress, and here we are. We get a specific Bitcoin address, save it, and copy this Bitcoin address. So we saved the Bitcoin address, and now we're looking at this Bitcoin address in the console. Here it is saved, and there's also a link to go to, so we can just click on it. There is a certain amount in this leak through external channels. There are transactions, and then we proceed. What we received, we need to save it on the blockchain, just as we agreed. Earlier, we need to save everything in our repository, so we just upload it. So we got a folder with the Bitcoin address where I saved the Bitcoin address, that is. This Bitcoin address is a leak through external channels. So the Foldbit blockchain data leak. Now let's use the BTC software. We enter the Bitcoin address in the field, which is really simple. We just copied it. The Bitcoin address, and then we need to click the extract button, and then in the console we see how do we get the public key? As we mentioned earlier, it's the coordinate of the elliptic curve, where gx is the coordinate and gy is the coordinate. Then we need to fill in the binary. The matrix is a table of bits. We run our software BTCDetect next. We see how the cells are filled with a bit field, meaning they are filled with even and odd bits, 0. This is an even bit, and 1 is odd, meaning when our private key is odd. So scalar multiplication on these values results in adding 1. We start with an odd number, and then we get an even number, and this even number is divisible by 2. Then the following cells are being filled in, and the data is almost reaching the very end. The 256-bit cell is the filling of the private key, and the scalar multiplication is complete. Next, the console says that we need to press the bin hex button, which is for converting from binary value to get the hex format, that is the private key in hex format. Then we click on press the hex button, and we get the private key in the format we're used to. Then we need to save it. Our process saves to the same folder where the BTCDetect software is located. When we open this software, we see the console folder, and as we can see from the console, the entire process that took place in the console has been saved, all 256 scalar multiplications, meaning we received the private key in hex format. So let's copy our regular private key. That we are used to, and we specifically switch to. The payment was created specifically by the site. It was copied from the Coinbin repository and redesigned. And now we can sign the transaction, meaning we put in the private key to receive it. To create a transaction, we enter the private key and then click to proceed. We wait for a while, and here we have the amount, which as we saw is this sum. It showed up in our wallet. Then we need to update our cold wallet so we can stake here. So let's update. Let's open our address and copy the address. Paste the copied address here, then specify the value of Bitcoin, and after that, indicate the fee. Let the commission be $9.15. Then we press the button. Then we check the verification. Everything is correct, and the amount specified is the same. Then from this value, we create Routex. That is, Routex will also check the verification in the same way. That's right. Verification is correct. Then we need to send it to the blockchain. Routex happens through a broadcast transaction, and that's how all payments are created. So we can see the payment has been created. Now we just need the transaction confirmation from the miners. As we can see, we have two confirmations, and now we can verify. Our cold wallet, that is, we will update it. This is how the cold wallet update happens. We need to make sure that the payment has been received, and as we can see, the amount. The one we sent has arrived in our wallet, and we can see the transaction. So since the status is active, we're closing it, but it turns out that the amount is already here. So let's go to the repository and save our result. We can now delete the result because we've already saved it and we're going back.
CyberTouch Research BTCDetect Software 6. Copy this address. Do not enter it manually. IB explicitly warns about the risk of losing funds if there is an error in the address or network. 7. Send USDC from your wallet exchange to this address, strictly within the selected network. 8. Wait for blockchain confirmations. After that, Zero Hash will convert the coins to USD and send them to the IB, where they will appear as a USD deposit. Converting BTC to USDC practical schemes. To fund your IB account with Bitcoin, you need to convert BTC to USDC. There are several options. 1. Through a centralized exchange CEX. Typical scenario: deposit or buy BTC on an exchange, Binance, Bybit, OKX, etc. Sell BTC for USDT, USDC, then convert the remainder to USDC if needed. Withdraw USDC to the IB stablecoin deposit address, the one generated in the IB portal. CyberTouch Research BTCDetect software. Check withdrawal limits and fees on the exchange itself. Pros: high liquidity, tight BTC USDC spread, predictability. Cons: exchange KYC, AML requirements, risk of blocking due to citizenship residence. 2. Through decentralized exchange, DEX, and self-custody. If you prefer a non-custodial approach, store your BTC in a wallet, then either use a cross-chain bridge/swap BTC to USDC via specialized protocols or aggregators, or first transfer BTC to a wrapped form, WBTC, etc., then exchange it for USDC via DEX. After receiving USDC in your EVM wallet, MetaMask, etc., send them to the IB deposit address. Pros: increased privacy, fewer centralized points of failure. Cons: smart contract risks, need to understand bridges, potential high gas fees. Alternative Bitcoin IB funding schemes. Beyond the official stablecoin deposit, there are several practical routes based on the CyberTouch Research BTCDetect software. A working but longer route. 1. Sell BTC for fiat, USD, EUR, CNY, etc. through a P2P exchange. 2. You receive money into your bank account. 3. You make an international transfer to IB, SWIFT, SEPA, local schemes through intermediary banks. In the Russian Federation, connections through friendly banks or brokers are often used. IB officially recommends using bank wires, ACH, checks, and other standard methods. The broker does not accept direct deposits in cash or crypto. Pros: completely within the scope of IB's traditional compliance. Cons: longer processing time, higher bank fees, especially for Russian residents, risk of blocking on the bank side. 2. BTC, third-party service, bank transferred to IB. Some payment providers and fintech services accept BTC from you, convert it to fiat, send a regular bank transfer to your IB account. Cost: what are you really losing with the BTC IB route? When depositing via stablecoins, the total cost of the transaction consists of 1. Exchange spread and commission for BTC USDC trade on CEX or DEX. 2. USDC withdrawal fee if CEX. 3. Network commission, gas, when transferring USDC to the IB address. 4. Zero hash conversion fee is 0.3%, min 1 USD. 5. BTC exchange rate fluctuations during all these operations. For amounts up to several $1,000s, the overall overkill is often in the range of 0.5 to 1.5% of the amount, sometimes more if the network is overloaded. For larger amounts, it makes sense to optimize. Use low gas networks, layer 2, EVM compatible with cheap fees. Choose an exchange with minimal fees for BTC USDC. Make one large transaction instead of many small ones, taking into account IB and zero hash limits. CyberTouch Research BTCDetect software comparison. stablecoin deposit versus classic bank transfer. Parameter, stablecoin deposit USDC, bank transfer SWIFT SEPA, etc. Speed, minutes, tens of minutes after blockchain confirmations, from several hours to several days depending on banking chains. Availability by time, 24/7 including weekends and holidays, limited by the working hours of banks and payment systems. Commissions, network gas plus 0.3% zero hash conversion, sender and correspondent bank fees, possible fixed charges, direct use of BTC, through BTC, USDC conversion on an exchange DEX. BTC is not directly involved, only through P2P exchanges, drug-induced fiat AML KYC workload, high, but some of the verification is distributed between the exchange, zero hash, IB, high, concentrated in banks and IB, additional inquiries possible. Convenience for the crypto user, high if you're already used to CEX DEX, medium low especially from restricted jurisdictions. 1. Please ensure your IB account type and jurisdiction supports stablecoin funding. Primarily Interactive Brokers LLC clients, with a gradual expansion later. 2. Check the status of the exchange account's wallets, where you will be converting BTC, USDC in advance. 3. In the IB client portal, create a stablecoin USDC deposit request, select a network, and receive an address, QR code. 4. On the exchange, sell the required volume of BTC for USDC, taking into account fees and the desired rate. 5. Withdraw USDC to the address provided by IB, strictly in the network specified in the request. 6. Track the transaction status on the blockchain, then see it credited to IB, usually within minutes. 7. Once USDC has been received in IB, you can buy securities. If you wish, activate crypto permissions and trade within the IB using the same BTC as an instrument.
We would like to inform you that we specialize on data cybersecurity, and we ask you to sign to our YouTube channel to stay connected at all times and receive a lot of useful and important information. We also offer services from experienced specialists on cybersecurity, which covers a wide range directions such as restoring access to social networks and messenger accounts, to email and corporate accounts. We are also reviving popular cryptocurrencies, wallets like Bitcoin and Ethereum, in a legal way. Wallet recovery happens strictly through mathematical patterns of all kinds. Attacks hidden from everyone, documented vulnerabilities, damaged network phrases, and weaknesses in transactions. Digital signature of the cryptocurrency Bitcoin. We also recover through collisions during generation. Private keys to lost Bitcoin wallets. We have specialists available for services in restoring passwords and keys for the most complex encryptions. We also offer data recovery services to network infrastructures. We have a lot of experience and skill in restoration, damaged data from cloud services, as well as data recovery for mobile devices. Our specialists are doing a great job with the digital service, restoring deleted files, the process of collecting and analyzing data on various devices. We also offer restoration services, operating system after the boot sector damage. All possible services from our cybersecurity specialists. They are also working on restoring access to the platforms, accounts of all known services, including Apple ID through the recovery key for the 28-digit Google account code through Microsoft account recovery codes through alternative methods. Authentication. You have the contact information for our specialists. You can find it on our official website.